The purpose of this video is to show you how to change the thermistor on a Broan BLP150E75NS series if it goes bad. First things first, always make sure that the power is turned off. Disconnect the circuit breaker, turn it off at that breaker panel, or unplug the unit if it is a power cord unit. Next, open that door, lift that left and right latch, and you can raise that door, and you can actually remove it. Just pull it off the hinge pins. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to remove the two screws holding the electrical panel. Once those two screws are removed, you can lift up that cover. It is a hinge cover. What you're going to do next is you're going to remove that bracket. There's two screws holding this bracket. So go ahead and remove those screws. Once screws are removed, you can actually lift up on that bracket. It pulls right out. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to unscrew the screw holding the motor and the ground screw. What you're going to do next is you're going to grab hold of the circuit board and pull up slightly until you feel resistance. What you're going to do next is you're going to start unplugging the electrical wires that are connected to the board. And as you do that, you can pull the board upward until you feel resistance and keep unplugging the plugs that need to be unplugged. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to actually grab hold of that motor and you're going to just pull outward. That motor comes right out with ease. If you flip the motor over, you'll see there is a thermistor right there. And there's one actually on each motor, the left and right side. What you're going to do is you're going to lift this cover up in that wire channel and pull the wires out. You can actually flip that unit around and grab hold of that thermistor and pull outward. There you have the thermistor. You can discard that thermistor and grab yourself a new one, and you can slide it right into the bracket and put it in its holder. Just slide it right in. Once it's in its holder, flip it over. Make sure all the wires are tucked nicely into that wire channel, and you can close that flip up door. Now that door is plastic on this picture. Most units will have a metal. Next thing, insert that blower motor back into the unit. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to start plugging the wires back into the circuit board. Make sure all wires are seated. You can insert that circuit board and slide down. Make sure you keep plugging everything in, and you can slide that circuit board assembly right back into place. Once it's in place, make sure that ribbon cable is connected. Sometimes it can come loose just from jiggling around on this unit. What you're going to do is you're going to put that motor screw and ground screw back in that we removed earlier. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to put that bracket and two screws back in. So snap that bracket in, grab the two screws, and insert them in. When everything is done, just make sure all the wires and everything's connected, all the screws are in place, and you can put the two screws back into that flip-up cover on that electrical panel. Once the two screws are in, you can go ahead and grab that door, and you can take that door and slide it back on the hinge pin. When you close it, make sure the low voltage wiring isn't pinched. Take your left and right latch and close that unit. Next thing, don't forget to turn that power back on. Flip that circuit breaker back on or plug that unit in if it's a power cord. I hope this video helps.